All right, we're jumping in to break down Boston Scientific's Q3 2025 earnings report. And let me tell you, the numbers are something else. So let's get right to the biggest headline.
Here it is, the big one. A massive 20.3% reported sales growth compared to the same time last year. You know, that's the kind of number that doesn't just meet expectations, it absolutely smashes them.
And you can hear the confidence from CEO Mike Mahoney. He's calling it an exceptional quarter, and he's crediting the winning spirit of his team. So let's really get into what's behind this performance. Let's dive in. Okay, here's how we're going to tackle this. We've got 5 key parts that will help us understand exactly what's driving this incredible success, and maybe more importantly, where the company's headed from here.
First up, let's take a closer look at those top-line results that really made this such a standout quarter for the company.
See, the really crucial thing here isn't just that they grew, it's by how much they blew past their own forecasts. Look at this, on every key metric, reported growth, organic growth, and adjusted earnings per share, they didn't just hit their guidance, they soared right past it. That's a clean sweep. Now, you're going to hear terms like reported and organic growth thrown around a lot. Organic is the one you really want to watch. Think of it as the purest measure of performance because it strips out all the noise, things like currency swings or the sales numbers from a recent company they just bought. It tells you exactly how the core business is really doing. So where is all this growth actually coming from? Well, you can think of the company as having 2 main engines that are powering this whole machine.
And this gives you a perfect picture of that structure. The MedSurg segment is a big, important part of the business, no question. But the cardiovascular division, that is the clear heavyweight here, making up about 2/3 of all their revenue. And, as we're about to see, that's where the real story is this quarter.
So yeah, let's zoom right in on that heavyweight cardiovascular segment because that is where the most explosive, most incredible results came from.
The segment's organic growth overall was a stunning 19.4%, which is already way above the company average. But even inside that amazing number, there were 2 areas in particular that were the true breakout stars of the show. And what's so fascinating here is just the sheer scale of this outperformance. I mean, electrophysiology grew an astounding 63% organically. The WATCHMAN heart device, 35%. Just look at those numbers for a second. They absolutely dwarfed the company's total growth, which was already a really strong 15%. This is where the magic was happening. And a huge piece of that 63% surge, it was led by the growing adoption of the FARAPULSE system. This is a next-gen technology for treating atrial fibrillation, and its performance this quarter just shows it's becoming a real cornerstone of their entire portfolio.
But you know, this quarter wasn't just about posting amazing financial results. The company also made some really significant strategic moves to make sure its pipeline is packed for future growth. And you can see that whole future-focused strategy right here. They got new product approvals in a huge market like Japan. They launched new clinical trials. They published strong long-term data for tech they already have. And they made strategic acquisitions. It's so clear they are just firing on all cylinders to build that future growth. And the crucial point here is that these moves aren't just about the bottom line. They tie directly back to the company's core mission of innovative care, turning science into real solutions that help people live longer, better lives. So finally, what does all this mean for the road ahead, right? After a quarter like this, all eyes are on the company's forecast. Let's see what they're telling everyone. Well, no big surprise here. They raised their full-year guidance. They're now projecting around 15.5% organic growth for the entire year. And they've bumped up their earnings forecast too. This isn't just them saying, hey, we had a great quarter. This is a signal of sustained confidence that this momentum is going to keep on rolling. And that really just leaves us with a final thought. After a quarter this exceptional, one that's driven by incredible performance in their core business and backed by a forward-looking innovation strategy, you really have to ask, is Boston Scientific showing us what a new standard for high performance in the medtech space looks like? It's a pretty powerful combination of execution today and potential for tomorrow.